Right, here we go again. Still getting used to this talking into the camera thing, so always takes me a while to find a nice quiet spot, especially when you look across this little river and I can just see someone watching me from the other side. But we must get on with it because there's information to be shared. So recently I put up a little picture on the gram and I got a bit of feedback. How do you stay so ripped? How do you stay so ripped? So I thought I'd make a little video about the truth about staying this ripped. And I think the secret, the thing that most people miss is you've got to really reassess what your goals are. What do you want to achieve? Because if you really want to be this ripped, I think you need to forget about certain other goals. If you're training to get big, you're not going to be this ripped. And that might sound really simple, but I think a lot of guys struggle with that concept. The concept that you're not always going to be making those gains. You need to make your muscles harder. Myofibrillar hypertrophy it's called. You're going to make the muscle harder so that when you get your body fat levels down, your muscles don't look puffy, they look hard. That's the important thing. This isn't a new concept, but this is something that I've been practicing and I've been telling people for years and years and years, and people just don't want to listen. Sometimes it's difficult to remove yourself from that 8 to 12 reps attitude, that 8 to 12 reps mentality. If you want to get big, that's fine. Keep going. But if you want to get ripped, like really shredded, you need to stop eating to get big. You want to get ripped. You want to keep the calories down constantly. You want to eat enough, don't get me wrong. You're not starving yourself. I've not struggled with hunger for 10-15 years. Maybe when I first discovered this method, there were times where it took a little bit of adapting. Your body will need to adapt. What's the POA? What is the POA that I'm suggesting? Number one, look at the size you're at. Are you happy with that size? Do you need to get bigger? Do you need to? I need to be bigger. I need to be bigger. Why do you need to be bigger? Why do you need to be bigger? So, if you've got a decent amount of size on you, and I'm not talking massive, I'm talking you've got any sort of muscle, then you can work with that. Number two, once you've come to that realization that maybe you don't need to be bigger, let's look about changing your muscles. Now let's tighten them up, let's make them stronger. And that's what's going to make them look harder. So drop your reps, up the weight. If you're doing 8 to 12 dumbbell bench, 8 to 12 with the 30s, and you're thinking, I'm pretty strong. Well, put the 30s down and pick up the 40s. Do 4 good reps. And that's difficult, that. Put them down, take a rest, take a longer rest. Give your muscles time to recover. We're not fatiguing the muscles here, we're letting them recover. Pick up the 44s. How many can you do? Actually, maybe these weights are a little bit unrealistic. But what I'm saying is increase the weight. I'm not suggesting everyone should just go and pick up the 44s. I don't want them to drop on your face and disfigure you. Increase the weight, increase the challenge, and if you get 2 reps, that's fine. This morning I was doing some chest, incline dumbbell, did a little warmer set, 5 reps, just get the muscle mobilized, get it stretched a little bit. That was the 26s. Bang it up to the 34s, 4 reps. It's priming the muscle, getting it ready to work harder. Bang it up to 44. 4 reps. Then I went to the 50s, and the 50s is the biggest my gym has to offer. I got 2 reps out on the 50s and I felt good, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to push one more time. And then sometimes if you just push through that barrier, I got 4 out on the second set, 4 with the 50s, that's great. And then my muscles were really throbbing afterwards, they were really feeling it. And that's what's going to force them to change. They know that it's not going to be easy to handle this load. So they're just going to have to adapt. You've got to think about everything in simplistic terms. Because if you're overcomplicating everything with science is great if you understand the science, but if you're just a norm and you're overcomplicating everything with all these scientific terms, then you're going to take the enjoyment out of it. If your muscles are going to push heavier weight, They need to be harder. If your body fat's lower and your muscles are harder, then you're going to look stronger, you're going to look more ripped. You're going to look like you're chipped out of a piece of stone. You want to look sexy. When you take a Tinder bitch out on a Friday night, she's like, dance for me, dance for me. Mentally, I want to dance for you, but I've not got the body for it. I'm giving you the tips, man, I'm giving you the tips. I want to get you to that dancing physique, that striptease physique. When you're undoing those buttons and you're like stroking that tie around your neck, God, she's going to love it. Number one, stop worrying about getting bigger, 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 bigger. Oh, you got to get those calories on board to fuel your training. If you want to get bigger, that's fine. If your goal is to get massive, then ignore all this, it's not for you. But if you're wanting to get ripped and lean and sexy, give it a go. Thank me later. Hit me up on the gram, tell me how it goes. Follow me, share me, subscribe to me. I love you.